What's up, everybody, man? This is Zot Sports with another WWE video, and this one is gonna be centered around the WWE champion, the current WWE champion, I should say, Drew McIntyre, as of January 23rd, 2020. Drew McIntyre is currently, as far as I know, he is still the WWE champion. Uh, this video is gonna be who's next for the or who's next in line to I'd say beat Drew McIntyre for the WWE title. Um, he's facing Goldberg at the Royal Rumble. All right, so we're gonna get into that. Look, I pray and I pray that Drew McIntyre beats Goldberg, and I believe that he will. But there is a big, big, big chance that he won't. And if he doesn't, that might kill his momentum, honestly. And to the point where he may not be able to get back to the point where he had actually gotten. And because it actually happened to The Fiend. Because The Fiend was so hyped, and he's hyped now, but he will never be as hyped as he was just for the fact that he lost to Goldberg. And that's the truth. So I just hope that Drew McIntyre is able to defeat Goldberg. So anyway, we're just going to assume. No, we're not going to assume. What we're going to say is Drew McIntyre defeats Goldberg. They have a decent match, I guess. Let me not be negative. They have a decent match. Drew McIntyre defeats Goldberg with a Claymore kick. McIntyre retains the title. Maybe Miz tries to cash in and Drew McIntyre beats him. I don't want the Miz to be champion. Honestly, at this point, I'm just done with it. Have him cash in and fail. Have Drew beat him. I'm good with it. As far as title matches concerned for WrestleMania, that's what I'm really going to get into next. Now, this is a tricky situation because a lot of people saying Brock Lesnar. See, I don't think it's going to be Brock Lesnar. I think it's going to be two guys. Well, I'm not going to say two guys. There's a lot of prospects right now on Raw that could face Drew McIntyre for that title at WrestleMania. But what I will say is, I don't know what the next pay-per-view is. But let's just say like it's Elimination Chamber. Hold on, let me research this real quick. Is it Elimination Chamber 2021? It very much is. Okay, so the next pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber. And apparently, unfortunately, they're bringing back Fastlane. Anyway, Elimination Chamber is the February pay-per-view. Okay? And, oh, hell no. Anyway, and Drew McIntyre will probably defend his WWE Championship either in an Elimination Chamber match or he'll defend it in a singles match. And it depends on who wins the Rumble. Whatever brand wins the Rumble, which I think is SmackDown, I think Daniel Bryan's winning the Rumble. I'm gonna say a Raw guy is gonna. I believe the one of the Elimination Chambers, if there is more than one, is gonna be it's gonna be some bullshit. It's not bullshit, but it's gonna be some shit like winner faces Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. But I do think, not Drew McIntyre. I do think Drew McIntyre will have a title defense at Elimination Chamber. Just it'll be the Elimination Chamber match will be winner faces whoever is champion at WrestleMania. That's what I'm calling. And I would like to point this out. March 21st is Fastlane. April 10th is WrestleMania. Now, if I do my math correctly, that would be March 28th would be 7 days. Then after that, it would be April 1st or something. Like what is that? 3 weeks? Are you kidding me? That'd be 4 and plus 7. That'd be 3 weeks in between Fastlane and WrestleMania. That's crazy. They're only having 3 weeks. That's cool though. Anyway, and what I'm seeing is right now it looks like they're gonna have WrestleMania as a 2-night event like they did last year. It looks like they're gonna continue that trend, and I'm not sure what night Drew McIntyre is gonna be on that night, but nonetheless, we're gonna get into now Fastlane. I'm not sure what he's gonna do at Fastlane. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I wouldn't be surprised if he faced just some heel on Raw. Just, maybe a triple threat. Maybe like him. I don't know, man. I really don't know. He doesn't have that many challenges, man. It's really hard to say. Man, just probably somebody from that Elimination Chamber match. But what I think is really going to happen is, at WrestleMania, I believe that Drew McIntyre is going to face Sheamus for the title. And people might hate on it, but I think people are actually coming around to the shit now. More than they were at first. I actually do think it's going to be Sheamus. I flip-flopped what I thought it was going to be for many times. But I actually do believe it's going to be Sheamus and Drew McIntyre with Drew as champ at WrestleMania. And I do believe Drew will retain. I think Sheamus is Drew McIntyre's friend. They're good buddies outside the ring. He wants to have a really good match with him at WrestleMania. Sheamus is a former world champion. He's credible, Have a good match with him. Drew McIntyre beats a former, multiple-time champion at WrestleMania. And, a good win. Not a Brock Lesnar, but Sheamus is a legend, in his own right. And I believe Drew is going to hold that title past WrestleMania. And as far as people who I believe could beat Drew McIntyre for that title, as of right now, I don't see anybody. Honestly. If you want me to brainstorm right now on both rosters, I could see a Bobby Lashley. But he's U.S. champion, and I think he's going to be holding on to that for a very long time. Brainstorm if Keith Lee ends up being the guy to face Drew at WrestleMania, which is another theory that I had, but I actually think he'll be in the U.S. title match against Lashley. But if he ends up somehow ending up in the WWE title match, I think Keith Lee could actually defeat Drew McIntyre. But I do think it's a little early, I will say. So we're gonna just throw that out there, but just know it's not. Just don't take that too seriously. And then you got to, think there's well, I guess there's not going to be a draft till October, so really we're looking at just people on Raw right now. Man, honestly, I'll tell you right now, out of everybody on Raw right now, if nobody returns, from injury, and nobody switches brands, and nobody, comes up from NXT, none of that. We just stay like it is. Which I'm sure somebody will come up from NXT, but not like a main eventer. But if it stays like it is right now past WrestleMania, which it probably won't, but let's just say it does. And it might, but Drew McIntyre will probably lose the WWE title to AJ Styles. That's just my opinion. I think AJ probably gonna get him he'll probably get him one more world title run before he retires, because he's only got a few years left on his contract, I believe, if I'm correct. Cause out of everybody on Raw, he is like the top heel in my opinion. Sheamus is up there, but I don't think Sheamus is gonna be the one to beat Drew. There's no really reason to. I could see Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles having a really good feud next year. I know they had a really good one at the end of 2020. But just, you could have more than one feud. It's no problem. But out of everybody on Raw, yeah, AJ Styles, man. I came into this video, man. I had no notes, no nothing. I just brainstormed the whole idea, and I think You know, I think Drew's gonna beat Goldberg at Royal Rumble. I think he's gonna defeat somebody at Elimination Chamber, and somebody's gonna you know, become number one contender at. They're gonna win the Elimination Chamber, earn the right to face, or Sheamus is gonna win the Elimination Chamber, earn the right to face Drew at WrestleMania. Drew may or may not even defend the title at Fastlane. I'm not sure. He may. I'm not sure. But at WrestleMania, I believe he's gonna defeat Sheamus. And I'm not sure how long he's going to keep it after WrestleMania, but I do think if the roster stays the same, in 2 to 3, 4 months, he'll probably lose it. If he loses it, it'll be to AJ Styles. That's what I'm going to go with, man. You know, just a little video. What's next for Drew McIntyre? I'm a big fan of Drew McIntyre and his title reign. You know, big fan of AJ Styles. And that's going to be the video for today, man. Who's next for Drew McIntyre? You know, leave your comments, man. Who do y'all think is next up? Who do y'all think is going to beat Drew for the title? And please don't say Brock Lesnar, because I might, you know, it might make me mad. Just saying. But that's going to be the video, y'all.